welcome to NPS Now, your source of news and information about Norfolk Public Schools. I'm your host, Karen Tanner. The Norfolk Education Foundation hosted its annual Principal for a Day program with a tremendous response from the community of over 60 participants.
This is our third annual Principal for a Day program, and this is really an opportunity for the foundation to go back on its mission, which is to drive community investment back in our public schools and provide an opportunity for the public really to get back in public schools. This is an opportunity for business, civic, clergy. We have the gamut here, military officers, all for an opportunity to focus on something that we don't necessarily focus so much on. We talk about the classroom, but strong schools really have strong leaders, and so getting an opportunity to see what the principal has to go through and what it takes to be a principal at a school, this is what, it's just an opportunity for the foundation to support that initiative.
I think it's a wonderful program to allow a different perspective for them to come in and actually walk through what a principal does during the day, to get the perspective of what the teachers are facing in the classroom, and to see just a whole picture of the safety and all the components that makes our schools successful.
I think it's a great opportunity because you see behind the walls when you drive by every day, all you see is the name of the schools. Coming inside, you see what it actually takes, what makes up the school.
These teachers are a lot of our clients, and I'd be able to interact with them, see how they perform every day, and I know it's just awesome to be a part of it.
A lot of the outside folks really don't know what's going on in these schools, and these kids are really learning. I mean, I'm really impressed.
I think this is a wonderful program, and hopefully more people can participate and really understand more about their local school district and the educational system. They're doing great things here and across the district.
You don't have to rely on maybe a newspaper article or somebody telling you something about what they heard or what they saw. It's just actually being here. And it's amazing from the moment the students came in to where we are right now, just the structure and the dedication I'm seeing from the principal, the teachers, the whole leadership team. It's incredible.
Students from the Medical Health and Specialties program at Maury High School had the unique opportunity to view a total knee replacement surgery via video conference. Debbie Horniak has the story.
COSI has some very special webcast live viewings of medically related procedures. So I got in touch with them, and 3 years ago we started for a very modest fee. COSI coordinated an effort with Mount Carmel Hospital for our students to view live total knee replacement surgery. The total knee replacement surgery is ideal for high schools simply because it's a very contained surgery. It's kind of short and to the point. There aren't a lot of unexpected things that can take place. And so it was really kind of fascinating that we were live, two-way communication with 5 or 6 other high schools throughout the country who were watching the surgery and talking to the medical personnel all during this time frame.
I think it's a great opportunity for these students to, learn about the vast or the majority of the fields of the health and their options that they can go into. I wish that our school had a program like this, that's for sure. But the exposure that they get is great.
One of the key aspects of this program is teaching time management. We have volunteer requirements as well, so we have to balance that into our schedule. So it's very trying, but after a little bit of trial and error, you do learn to manage your time. I want to be a surgeon in some field. But planning to go to college next year. I'm hoping to study either nursing or athletic training, and after that go on to medical school and live my life from there.
The Medical Health and Specialties program takes applications for rising 9th graders in Norfolk, but only 50 students are accepted each year. If this sounds like a program for you, contact Ann Christie at Maury High School, 757-628-3344.
Valentine's Day was made a little sweeter for the Norfolk Education Foundation when they were awarded Geico's Sweethearts Volunteer Service Award. Carlos Clanton, the executive director, accepted the award at a special awards luncheon. Lowe's Home Improvement gave Willard Model a $5,000 grant to transform the school grounds into a haven of academic fun.
Basically, it comes from the Toolbox for Education grant. Any school across the country can actually apply for grants to make improvements to their sites, whether it's safety related, whether it's landscaping and appearances. And basically they have this opportunity twice a year to submit anywhere from a $5,000 grant to up to a $100,000 grant for their school based on their needs.
My boys and girls go out there for recess a lot, and we had taken an old Halloween pumpkin that had collapsed, and we put dirt in it, and we said, well, we'll just set it outside. Halloween's over. And every day when we went out, they went to that pumpkin, and that pumpkin started sprouting, and they were so excited. So we thought, you know what, we need a lot more projects like this. We need places for this. We need learning tables. We need all kinds of things to make that a learning area. And that's what Lowe's is going to give us, the opportunity to turn that into an educational arena, and we're excited.
The Learning Support Department recently hosted a transitional bus tour for parents of special needs students who are nearing graduation. The tour stopped at 3 community agencies, including Eccleston Services, and enabled parents to make valuable connections that will help their children succeed in the future.
I think the importance of this trip will allow parents to start the process of transition much earlier as opposed to waiting till after they graduate. So if we give them the opportunity to find out about these services much earlier, then they'll be able to take advantage of the resources that are available in the community.
I think it's great. It just gives the parents a chance to find out a lot of information that's not really available, any other way. Things that I've found out from this tour, I didn't know in advance. I didn't know about all of the different day support places or waivers, or I just love it.
Tidewater Park 4th and 5th graders go swimming as part of an exciting after-school program through Norfolk State University that involves tutoring and extracurricular activities such as dance, karate, and taekwondo Monday through Friday until April 26. Norfolk Public Schools held the first annual evening on-site college admissions night at Maury High School. Over 75 seniors from all of our high schools were able to meet with college reps and immediately learn of their acceptance status.
I made sure I had my recommendations already, my transcripts, and I pre-did my application online and I brought it in. So basically I had everything in a folder and I just handed it over.
The turnout has been great. We have a line of students waiting for us, and all of the students that I've talked to so far, they're saying that Norfolk State is their first choice.
This is one of our many events that Norfolk Public Schools offers for college and career readiness, and this is just an opportunity to make sure all students have the opportunity to go to college.
The 100th day of school was celebrated on February 12th. We now have over 76 days left in this school year. Let's see how some of our elementary schools commemorated the day. Mark your calendars to attend our school board meeting on Wednesday, February 20th. Superintendent Dr. King will present to the school board a proposed operating budget for 2013-2014 at 5 p.m. at the Central Administration Building, 800 East City Hall Avenue on the 12th floor. The budget presentation will be broadcast live here on WNPS Channel 47 and streamed live on our website at www.npsk12.com. Another event you don't want to miss is the City of Norfolk's Budget Community Conversation on Thursday, February 21st from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Mary D. Pretlow Anchor Branch Library, 111 West Ocean View Avenue. Throughout the month of February, our schools are recognizing African American History Month in a lot of exciting ways. Granbury and Jaycox Elementary Schools will be performing at the Black History Month celebration at the Gallery at Military Circle Mall on February 23rd at 3 p.m. in the food court. This event is hosted by 95.7 R&B radio personality Teresa Brown. Check out our listing of African American activities happening in Norfolk Public Schools. All month long, Norfolk Public Schools will host African American history events in our schools. Check out our website for event dates or tune in here to WNPS Channel 47 for more listings. Pull out those Admiral tickets and get ready for the makeup game on Friday, March 1st at 7:30 p.m. for the NPS Admirals Night Out hockey game at the Norfolk Scope. You can use your original ticket to attend this game or use it for any Admirals hockey game this season. We hope to see you there. Exciting sports recap coming up next on NPS Sports featuring Steve Sutmiller.
Welcome back to NPS Now. I'm Steve Sutmiller, Senior Coordinator of Athletics. First up, hoop action. Eastern District basketball tournament finals were held at Churchland High School. Let's check out some highlights. In girls action, it came down to Maury versus Lake Taylor. Lake Taylor was undefeated and had defeated the Lady Commodores twice this season. But that didn't faze Maury. The game was tight throughout, with Maury holding a 3-point halftime lead. Second half, Lake Taylor seized control, but Maury would not go away. Jeanette Hicks had a game-high 21 for Maury, but it wasn't quite enough. Lake Taylor wins a close one to remain undefeated by the score of 51-48. Fiona Fitzgerald had 13 points, while Kiara Cooper had 14 points for the Titans. In the boys' championship game, Maury was looking for their first win over Norcom in 4 tries this season. Playing without big man Jaleel Ferguson, the Commodores put up a great effort. Shaim Dragum had 13 points and 13 boards. Jalen Williams added 12, but Maury came up short. Norcom wins their 3rd straight Eastern District tournament title by the score of 51-48. Virginia High School League State AAA Wrestling concluded this weekend. Congratulations to Granby senior Evan Stevens for finishing 5th place in the 195-pound weight class. Evan was named to the All-State squad with that 5th place finish. Swimming states finished up, and Maury's Dion Dean placed 7th in the 100 breaststroke race. Dion was awarded the 7th place medal and an All-State award by finishing in the top 8 in his event. Spring is in the air. All high school spring sports officially start at Monday, February 18th. Check out your big team's website for all the spring action. More NPS Now after this.
Welcome back to NPS Now. I want to welcome Dr. Warren Stewart, one of our 7 school board members, joining me today as we acknowledge School Board Appreciation Month. Welcome, Dr. Stewart, to the show today.
My honor to be here, Ms. Tanner.
And I would like to thank you and our other school board members during this month of February that the VSBA recognizes school boards across the state of Virginia. I understand that along with being a member of the VSBA, you're also a part of the National School Board Association. Tell me about that position there.
Yes, ma'am. I have the honor to be a representative on the National School Boards Association. Of course, their mission is to advocate for excellence and equity in education by developing leaders. Of course, that same mission holds true for the Virginia School Boards Association. Pretty soon, in April, I'll have the honor of going to the National School Boards Association annual conference in San Diego, where we'll talk about very important things. So it's a great honor to be a member of not only the National School Boards Association, but the Virginia School Boards Association.
So what's their national mission, and how do you bring it here to Norfolk schools?
Again, they want to advocate for excellence and equity in education, and they do that by developing leaders. As a matter of fact, in the latter part of April, our school board will be going to a leadership development retreat in Charlottesville with the Virginia School Boards Association. So they try to develop the leaders of local school boards in order to have educational excellence and equity.
Wonderful. What are some of the priorities that our school board is looking towards this year in Norfolk?
We have 7 priorities we have emphasized for this year. I expect that many will continue into next year, but there are 2 or 3 I'd like to highlight. Number 1, very important, is to make sure that we advocate for, create, and help develop strong staff members, such as yourself, the teachers, the principals, and strong families. That's where education begins. It begins in the home. So to try to help that we have strong families, strong staff members. That's important. We've added a school safety component. It's very appropriate with the things that have been going on tragically and nationally, but we have an emphasis on school safety this year. And third, an emphasis on the infrastructure of the school system, the facilities, the technology infrastructure, all of those. Of course, to make sure that we have all schools accredited, to make sure that we have a board of distinction. There are several others, but those are three new ones that I'm very excited about.
And another priority that we have is student and staff retaining families and making sure that they stay with Norfolk Public Schools. And you recently participated in the Norfolk Council of PTAs and School Boards joint meeting. Tell me what your thoughts were from that meeting.
That was an exciting night. The variety of people that showed up, the breakout sessions in which we conducted ourselves, and the way that the parents and the citizens spoke to us honestly, it was very exciting to hear what they had to say, and that is being folded into our strategic planning process that Dr. King is leading right now. So it was a very productive evening. The information will be very useful as we develop strategic planning direction for the future.
Yes, I was at that meeting, and I think a lot of the parents and PTA presidents there, they really want to partner with Norfolk and work on the priorities together as a group, and so we can have a group decision and group discussion. So I understand you all will be talking to them again and sharing again what transpired from that meeting.
Yes, this is just the beginning of the process. We want to hear from them continuously. I think one of the most exciting things is the variety of people that came to this last meeting and to other meetings and to future meetings. We look forward to talking about what we're working on and sharing those priorities and refining them. Again, I expect that these priorities will have to continue for more than a year, but it's been an exciting beginning, and I'm very honored to be part of it all.
And I understand Dr. Noel Gabriel is our liaison with the Norfolk Council of PTA, so it's going to be a lot of interaction between the two. I was really mesmerized at some of the discussions. Was there one thing that someone said or reacted? I know you were with the group with Peggy Scott and a couple other folks. Do you remember anything in particular that stood out in your conversations with the people?
They just want to be heard. They want to make sure that we're listening. So therefore, we need to have more of these sessions. We need to have them at times that are convenient for the parents and the citizens to be there. They need to know that we're listening, and they were excited that evening, but they know that it's not the only time. There has to be more.
What do you think the role is, and this was one of the questions at that meeting, the role of the school board for the community?
They seem to understand, but the real role is to set strategic directions, to establish policy, and of course to approve school board budgets. The running of the school system is up to you and your colleagues, the superintendent, but the setting strategic directions, establishing school board policy, and of course approving a budget.
What do you think? I think in the past we had a school board day where parents could come and be like the stars of the night, and they sat in front of the school board and they watched how things worked and how the real workings to help them understand what a school board does. What do you think, or how do you think that parents could get more involved with coming to school board meetings?
I think coming to school board meetings is a good thing. The business meeting is exciting, but the informal session before the school board meeting is where a great deal of learning occurs, not only for school board members, but for the citizens. So I think that's a time where citizens and parents could be learning far more about what really goes on in the school system in those informal work sessions that immediately precede the normal business meeting monthly.
Right. So do you think maybe we should come up with some type of program to get them more engaged and involved with coming to the meetings?
I think it would be an exciting option, but since they're always open and we know that there are some folks there, I also think that what you're doing to publicize electronically all of the happenings in the Norfolk Public Schools, I think that's a very big benefit for people who can't drive here and be here at that time.
And I think another great thing that the school board does is you hold your school board awards ceremony about twice a year, and you recognize our student and staff members for the accolades or any type of thing that they've done to get honor towards themselves. So I think that's another way that you as the school board reach out to the community.
I was pleased and honored to be able to speak at last year's retirement ceremony. Every time I have the opportunity to be around the wonderful folks like yourself and your colleagues in the Norfolk Public Schools is exciting. But those award ceremonies are good that the foundation helped us with, but the retirement ceremony last year was particularly noteworthy for me, and it was an honor to be there.
You have been involved with Norfolk Public Schools far before you became a member of the school board. You were on the J. Frank Salute Scholarship Auction Committee, and you were very helpful with retirement, things of that nature. So tell me, what year did you chair the school board, the scholarship auction?
It was in the maybe 2003, 2004, in that time period. For a couple of years, I was the chair of that effort. It was just thrilling. It was very exciting. But I go even further back. When they opened up one elementary school called Mary Calcutt, I was there. When they opened up Northside School, I was there. My mom, my family, all went to Norfolk Public Schools, and I did as well, in addition to going to Old Dominion. So I have a very honored history of being a part of learning in Norfolk Public Schools from the time I was 6 years old, and it's an honor to serve on the Norfolk School Board.
So what schools did you attend here in Norfolk?
First, Mary Calcutt Elementary School. Second, Northside Middle School, right when they opened each of those schools. Granby High School. But I had also the grand honor of teaching in the Norfolk Public Schools. I was in the world of business and military, and following that service, when I became a teacher, I began my teaching career in the Norfolk Public Schools, so I'm so proud, again, to serve in this role now after being a student and a continuous learner in the Norfolk Public Schools. That's
very interesting. That's like a little known history fact. I didn't know that about you, that you taught here in Norfolk, and you're a proud Granby High School grad, I know.
Yes, ma'am.
It's wonderful, Dr. Stewart. I just want to thank you for joining us today on NPS Now and sharing the celebration of our Virginia School Board Appreciation Month. And we want to thank you for joining us today for this edition of NPS Now. The show will air throughout the week on WNPS here on Channel 47, or you can view it online at www.npsk12.com, or check us out on YouTube. Just type NPS Now to see today's show on video. Again, thank you for watching NPS Now.